Okay, YouTube, so Paul Bates here, and today I want to talk about our Alaska trip and what we're planning. So originally, we weren't exactly sure what we were doing. We've been talking about this Alaska trip for years and years and years and years. But because I switched coaches and now we drive this Class C motorhome, it's more feasible to me to take the motorhome. So that's seriously what we're considering, and it's probably going to happen. There's two ways to do the trip. We can do the intercoastal, so we go into Washington, we jump on a ferry, and then we, after we jump on the ferry, we get off at Juneau, and then we could take that around and head over to Fairbanks and then drive back down and come through Canada. We will do that trip someday, but I don't think it's going to be this trip. It could be, but I don't think it's going to be this trip. I think this trip, we have 3 weeks. We're not quite retired yet. We can't retire yet. We still got a few years to go. So, and the best I can do is 3 weeks. That's between me and Bev. That's just the best we can do. I might be able to squeeze 4 weeks in there, but she could only get 3 weeks. So we're going to stick to the 3 weeks, and I think we're going to drive. And my plan is it'll take about 5 days to drive up there. We'll have about 7 or 8 days, 10 days there, and then drive back. It'll be about 5 days. So we'll have like 21 days total, and 10 of those will be driving, and 10 of those will be doing different activities. I know Bev wants to go salmon fishing and stuff like that. But there's a couple reasons, and this is what I'm doing the video about, is why we've talked about this and why we're strongly consider driving the whole thing this time. When we do the ferry, I can only put Daisy inside the coach, and then I have to leave her in here while we're on the ferry, and we have to go into a room. If we could stay in the motorhome, it'd be a different world. But you're not allowed to stay in the RV. You have to get a room in the boat, and you have to stay in that boat. Now, we're allowed to go down and visit her as much as we want to, and that's why I'm not completely ruling it out. But if we bring Daisy, and Daisy's a part of this family, it's not as feasible, I would say, to do the intercoastal. So what we're honestly thinking now is that we're driving the whole thing. And like I said, it'd be about 5 days up there, 10 days of playing around, and then 5 days back, and we'll probably only go to Fairbanks. Now, this is a 6,200 mile drive from where we're at. My last video you guys saw, we crunched the gas numbers. It's probably going to be about $3,000. If gas goes up a little bit, it could get up to $3,500, $4,000. But also on these next couple trips that I take, I'm going to really watch my fuel mileage, and I'm going to keep the coach at 60 miles an hour and see if it makes a big difference in the fuel mileage. Because right now I'm getting probably about 7.5 is what I average. I'd like to get that up to around 8.5 if I can. If I could do that for this trip, it makes a huge difference. It's a lot of money. So the trip will cost somewhere around $6,000, and $3,000 of that is fuel. There's just no way around it. Then we'll have another $3,000 for spending money. We like to dry camp, so we'll do mostly dry camping on it. So it'd be fun to do those videos with you guys and show them to you and stuff like that. But that's our plan right now. So I just wanted to do a quick video, talk about it a little bit, tell you where our heads are at. And right now our heads are getting in this coach right here, this Class C motorhome, Forester 3011, and just the three of us, me, Daisy, and Bev, getting in here and doing the 6,000 miles. Now, we are a little bit different than I say most couples, is because we could go to an RV show and we love that. We also love the driving part of the trip. So it's just something we both love. I know the roads are going to be extremely rough, so in the next few videos, or in the next 6 months, I would say, I'm going to really look at upgrading my shocks on this coach. I've got airbags on it already, which I absolutely love. Makes a huge difference when you're driving. But I've also heard that if I put a good set of shocks on here, that'll make a big difference too. So I will be doing that. I will be upgrading the shocks. I'll be making lots of upgrades to this coach over the next year. Now, another thing is 21 months. Why 21 months from now? Well, Bev just started a new job, and so to get the 3 weeks off, we've got to do it, and it's going to go fast. That time will go very fast. It's literally about 21 months from now, 20 and a half months, and it's going to go extremely fast. I've planned these trips before. The last time when we did our Big John Merle Trail, and that was a 100-mile hike, 10-day trip in the woods. You know, there was a lot of planning that went into that trip, and even my off-road trail ride that I did last year, that was 4 nights and 3 days. There's a lot of planning in these trips, and getting them right. I think it takes a lot of preparation, you know, and it's usually typically 6 months to a year. That's what it takes me to do a really good plan on the trip, and we'll get done everything that we want to get done, and we'll have a great time. Anyway, YouTube, just a quick update on my Alaska trip. Peace out. Hope to see you guys at the campground soon. Paul Bates, and bye.